I said I was going to clear all the gratuities and everything for 35 billion. They said it's a joke. And you're going to change it because it's a joke. Everything is a joke. But I've done it somewhere. I've done it as a private person. I've been in corporations. Nobody in this election have my vast experience. I started as a small businessman, created wealth, went into corporation, was chairman and director in so many corporations, so I know what to do. I know where to get the resources. I know what it means to manage the resources and everything. And that's, so don't start telling me this man promised. People have been promising. I've shown where I promised and delivered. All you need to do is to trust me. I'm not going to waste everybody's time. I'm going to do the right things.
All right,
it will be difficult, but I'll be on the driver's seat. I'll be the pilot. I will not allow the situation to be the same.
I, for one, I'm looking forward to a day when Nigeria boasts of 24-hour power supply without outages. It's something that we are all
not be overnight, but we'll drive the process.
You've given us a
that's why I went to Egypt to study it. In 5 years, Egypt moved from from about 20,000 megawatts to 58,000. It's not rocket science. It can be done if it's done in Egypt. This wasn't done. Vietnam, there's three countries. Vietnam moved from 36 to 76, adding 40,000. It's not rocket science. And you could see the production, you could see the export, you could see everything. It depends on what you want to do. And they have I've gone to the power plants, I've seen those who constructed it. I'm talking to the financiers. Because you have to be ready. I don't want to get in there and start saying what I saw when I get in. I want to see everything while I'm outside now. So once I start, is hit the ground and be running.
All right. Away from maybe infrastructural issues, just this as a side note, before we open up the phone lines, yes. I said something earlier about the responsibility that you would inherit from the obedient youths who are out there, technology-savvy youths who are always chatting, talking on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They're out there being your foot soldiers. And when you announced that you have a running mate, people went to do a background check on your running mate and they began to dig up some dirt, or quote unquote dirt. The conversation that dominated social media that day was a speech that Senator Dati Baba Ahmed made in the Senate House, where he, in 2014, concerning the issue of gay marriage and stuff. These are social issues. He made a comment concerning capital punishment for people who engage in gay acts. And these same youths that are technology savvy, because they have a lot to say, they are imbibing cultures from outside of Nigeria through social media. Is this a conversation that you're willing to reignite if you become president?
20 said he made it in 2014.
Yeah.
If you look at that, 2014 to today is about 8 years. But that notwithstanding, we all have made comments that we believe in. And it's allowed. I, for one, is tolerant of people's views and their lifestyle. This is me. As long as it doesn't conflict with my interests, I would just do the right thing, and for me, we have more critical issue to deal with today. And that's what I will be concentrating.
All right. Just before we get to the talk lines, two things I would really want you to address. That is there's an app in circulation called the P2B Nation.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this app. Is it from you?
I've never seen such.
You've never
it's
seen
not from me.
Okay.
Never from me.
It's an app and it's getting lots and lots of downloads. So
yes, what is in it? I don't know.
That's why I'm asking if it is from you.
It's not from me.
It is
probably
not from you.
Support groups or something.
It's not from support. This is that the people who do everything to bring P2B down.
Okay.
But just know, go and verify about P2B and what it intends to do.
Okay. So
and earlier the youths believe in me and follow me. We will take back this country. Those who live off the confusion will do everything. When you bring a change, you have enemy. All those who live off the old order. I'm bringing new order. So everybody will be my enemy.
What would be your response to Reno Mokri's recent outburst?
No, which outburst? Which one is that post?
He has been making some, comments, trying to, based on some people's opinion, trying to cause ethnic,
No. I'm not campaigning based on ethnic background. I've said, do not vote for Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man. Vote for me because I'm the most competent. I'm showing you my credentials. When you go to interview, my dear, I lived in the Western world. And I made a success of it. And I can show you, if you ask me now, Peter, how did you live in the UK? I'll show you. I was a businessman in the UK. And to show you I was a businessman in the UK, by the time I left the UK, I have the highest credit record any UK citizen can get. That is my proof that I can be trusted. I have the highest credit rating the UK, and it's documented. So it's not a question of you. So you don't go for an interview with a certificate that is proven and documented. Nobody has said they found Peter Obi claiming that all these schools he said he went to, he didn't go to them. Have you ever seen it? Did anybody see, he wasn't chairman of bank or chairman of this? I've been the youngest chairman of a bank ever in Nigeria. Have you ever been able to say it's not true? Have you ever seen anybody said, I didn't leave money in Anambra State? I showed the bank, I showed the statement. So why do you leave all this and be going to say ethnic, this and ethnic? I'm not campaigning as an Igbo person. I'm campaigning as a Nigerian, and I said, let's bring every other person who is in this race, the 18 of us, let's show our background. I was a businessman, and I can show my businesses who have done very well, have paid his taxes and everything. I can show the same thing everywhere.
I don't think this is about you. This is about people who intentionally want to make it an ethnic and a religious
farm. You don't listen to them, because the people who are hiring me should look at my profile. If you go for a job now, for example, my sister, and I'm interviewing you, you're showing me your credential, why would I go and start asking whether you're married or not married? It's not my business. I'm not in a marriage business. We're not interviewing you for marriage course. We're interviewing you. Are you interviewing me based on ethnic hiring, or are you interviewing me for job of president? If you're interviewing me for job of president, look at my qualification, because there's a criteria of the person you want to be president. Judge me on that criteria. Where I'm coming from, yes, I'm a Nigerian. I'm an Igbo man. Other people come from different places. There's another person who will say he's a Nigerian, he's a Yoruba man. There's a Nigerian, he's an Hausa person. Am I an Igbo person? Number one Igbo man. But I'm campaigning as a Nigerian. When we go to play, it's like you don't ask the man who is piloting your plane where it comes from. Is he a qualified pilot? Yes. Nobody knows who is in that cockpit.
All right.
When you play footballs all over the world, have you ever seen somebody saying, oh, this man won't play because he's from this place? If you're good, they put you in the field to play.
Okay. All right. It's time for parliamentarians to have their say. So if you have been following up on this very conversation with Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, and you want to call in, this is the time to do so. And numbers to call 08099459945.
09128945945. You can also call 08093999945. Keep your comments civil. We want to hear it this morning. And of course, you just have maybe 1 minute 30 seconds to air your views or ask your questions this morning. Keep it coming. 08099945945. 09128945945.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Odaze Obenyano Nzaribi. I'm calling you from Ilasa. First and foremost, I must congratulate you for your dexterity. Thank you very much, sir. I might as well congratulate you thoroughly for being number one Nigerian, number one Igbo man. Now, sir, to the issue at hand. You started on a very clear note, mobilizing Nigerians. You are doing a good job of it, especially returning our country to the owners, especially the young generation and the middle class manpower, where we have a yawning gap. Now, sir, most of my questions you've elaborated on them and quite satisfactorily, except one, the refineries. And you talked about security too. Good on point. Now, I must respect your candor and your decent use of words, truthful words at that. I wish you the best and God's guidance. Your running mate is quite superlative. Please keep educating us, especially spread your to INEC so that they do the needful. Also, because you were in Asaba, it was simply magnificent. So, keep it up.
Thank you very
God
much.
will be with you. And Nigerians, us that own this country, will continue to support you. Your running mate is simply superlative.
Thank you very much.
In God's hands.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's take a few more calls so that you will respond to all of them simultaneously.
No
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Okay, my name is Austin from Enugu.
Your name is?
Austin from Enugu.
Austin, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, His Excellency. I want to thank you so much for the enlightenment. I just want to make a little comment. I don't want to ask any question because I have been following up in the campaign with social media. I just like your model of politics. Devoid of calling names, devoid of accusations, insults, and that's what it's supposed to be. Just tell us what you want to do. It's not a scenario where you come and you begin to call people names, this person looted this person looted this. That is not a good way of campaigning. Tell the people the stuff you are made of.
All right, the time.
That is what is making way for you now. And people are buying into it.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, thank you
so much for your call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chigozie Anarada. I'm
Go
calling
on.
from Enugu here.
Go on.
May I greet Your Excellency in the studio? Yeah, my elder brother, I'm fine. I like to join millions of Nigerians in congratulating you for the giant step you have made and the mileage you have covered. Your Excellency, I criticized you when I felt you.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
All right. I think we lost Dr. Chigozie Anarado. We'll get back. Dr. Chigozie, please do call us back so we'll get your comments completely. Keep the calls coming. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. And Your Excellency.
Good morning.
Your name and
Thank you
location,
so
please.
much. My name is Tony Odofwe. I'm calling from Enugu.
All right, Tony, go on.
Yes, I want to thank you for, this giant stride, really. It's not easy. The fact that as an Igbo man, you decided to do what you're doing, we appreciate that. But we know that you're not an Igbo project, you're a Nigerian project. And so I want to thank you immensely for that. Now, what I want to say is, I have talked about you, your capacity and what you're going to deliver on different, media houses. And it's a fact, it's undisputable. But what I want to beg you, sir, is to please cease moving around without proper security detail. You embody the hopes and aspirations of many Nigerians. We cannot afford to have anything happen to you. We know you're a humble man. But when you become a presidential aspirant, you become a target. So I plead with you, sir. Cease moving around without proper security. You're important to us Nigerians. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you, Tony Odukoye, for your call. We'll get in some more, please. We just have maybe 1 minute 30 seconds, 2 minutes at most, for you to share your thoughts so that we can get in as many views as possible.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes,
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm Chukuma. Okay, we're calling from Enugu.
All right, go on.
Yeah, good morning, Your Excellency. Okay.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, okay. So the basic question I have, like, now you're running on the platform of Labour Party, and of course, your popularity and acceptance amongst young Nigerians is not in doubt. So politically, I would say you're doing well. You have the spread in terms of acceptability, and I also see like a lot going on operationally. But I see some gap in terms of strategy and tactics, at least at the party level, with respect to replicating like recruitment of new members all across board, leadership recruitment at the ward level, and most importantly at this particular phase, I have a concern that the major parties may actually be infiltrating some positions with people that may not be loyal to the vision of this great Nigeria. So what strategy and tactics do you have in place to ensure that the right people that don't fall to the old order do not jeopardize this particular movement, this thought force that is going to deliver the Nigeria that we've always desired for?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take a few more calls before we finally get back to him to respond to all of them. Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Adonis Udog.
Okay, go on, Adonis.
I'm calling from Akeze in Ebonyi State.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. Let me start by congratulating His Excellency Peter Obi, though he prefers to be called Mr. Peter Obi. I don't know why. Well, his intentions for Nigeria is for good. And how I wish that all Nigerians will imbibe this intention and project it to the extent that it will come to reality. Now, my problem now is how far has this message been spread in the northern part of this country so that we will be able to get a very reasonable vote and deliver Nigeria. Everybody knows the truth. Even the counterparts, I don't want to mention names, but those other aspirants, they know the truth. Now that we know he has something to offer, let's work towards it and let's get other parts of the Nigeria ready. I don't know his strategy. I don't know how far he has gone about that. I hope that he would like to explain to us. We will do everything humanly possible to see that he is enthroned, because he is the justice. As somebody was asking, where is the justice?
All right, your time.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you so much. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. My name is Ralph Okoye. I'm calling from Enugu.
Go on.
Good morning, Your Excellency.
Brother.
My question is in line with what you inherit, not only the depth profile of Nigeria, but how Nigeria has been polarized across religious and ethnic lines. How do you intend to unify the country in that direction? That's my question. And finally, I want to thank you for coming out to save Nigeria. We are proud of you and we will continue to support you and pray for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for the call. We'll take a few more before we finally get back to him.
Hello? All right, keep the calls coming. 08099945945, 09128945945. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate.
Good morning.
It is me, Professor Namigwe Agu. Namigwe is the only Igbo name that is Abraham. Now, I'm very much impressed by your presentation and the plans you have for Nigeria. In fact, some of us see you as a starfish from the bottom of a well. But the problem of Nigeria is enormous. We have a triple family problem of corruption, unemployment, and insecurity. You have touched on employment and security, but you haven't said much on corruption, because that is the bedrock of all these problems we have in Nigeria. Corruption at all levels. So, one of the things I would even like you to know is, how do you persuade the people who have sorted out a lot of money from this Nigeria, both corrupted and uncorrupted ones, to come back to Nigeria and invest so that we develop all these plans for employment, which you have enumerated in your presentation.
All right, Prof.
Thank you.
All right,
and
Prof.
God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you too.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Mohazu Magaji. I'm actually calling from Kano. I'm listening on satellite radio, and I've been a politician myself. Your Excellency, I'd like to extend our goodwill from Northern Nigeria here to you. And yes, sir, good day, sir. Please, Your Excellency, we need you in today's Nigeria for two critical reasons. One, we've been battling with the issue of productivity, with the issue of security, with the issue of social reform that are merit-based. And almost the entire political space is more of the same that is going on today. I heard you first time. My son has been an obedient young man. He has been preaching to me, and I heard you first on Barricaded Family. And I said to myself, my God, is His Excellency Peter will be this good? And gradually I came to know more about you as more of your agenda is unfolding. Your Excellency, you also picked a young man from Northern Nigeria as a running mate, who is credible, an educationist, and somebody who toiled to make a living based on productive venture on important sector of education. Sir, we really need your movement up north.
Oh my God, I think we lost him. Hopefully he'll call back. Let's get another call.
Can we? Okay.
I'll get him back. Hello. All right. That was Moazu Magaji from Kano State, and I just hope he calls back because.
All right, you can respond briefly to the stuff.
Let me respond briefly to the ones that are here. Let me start with the last call, Magaji. I'm sure you're hearing. For me, like I said before, this is a movement to reclaim and start building a Nigeria hope. Two things drives people to live in a society: faith and hope. I want to bring Nigerians to have faith in Nigeria, and I want to bring Nigerians to start having hope that this country, which is theirs, will be something. Somebody said, we're going to unite the diverse Nigeria that have been tribally or divided among ethnic and religious lines. We're not the only people. It will just that from Indonesia to Vietnam to all other societies, Bangladesh and everyone, they are as ethnically diverse as we are. There's no society that is made up of one ethnic group. We have people who are more religious than we are. But what do? They start, even in our own is even better because in our constitution, We have even what we call national character, involving, bringing everybody together, loving each other, caring for each other, but above all, making sure that every part of Nigeria becomes productive, engaging the people, and this can be done easily. Easily. I said the oil in Nigeria is the vast land we have in the north. It is our oil, because then we can produce all we need for export, and we can turn Kaduna and Kanu into export processing zone in the sense to process it. It's not just oil. America will celebrate today. The oil is in Texas. It's not the biggest, it's not the most important state in America. The biggest state in America today is California. 3.3 trillion economy. To where is Texas? They don't have oil, they have agriculture, they have knowledge. We are moving from baggage economy to knowledge economy. There's no reason why Enugu state, with all its educational background, should not have tech billionaires today.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. These are places we should be building technological companies that are changing the world. So uniting the country is very easy. I unite them in production.
Somebody made mention of
mentioned issue of corruption.
Right.
Corruption, as I say, is very easy to fight. If you, who is in charge, is not stealing, your family, your wife and children are not stealing, those around you are not stealing, you reduce it by 70%. Let them go and show me any contractor, any supplier, anybody who said he sat down with me as a governor in Anambra State to add money to a project. Or show me where Anambra money is missing. To even capital, nobody, no thief can see what he will steal and keep it. And these are left physically. Leave investment. I left in 3 banks, $50 million each. Diamond, Fidelity, Access. Left in all of them about over 10 billion naira each. They are there. The statements are there. There are monies that could have taken away. So if you are not stealing, you reduce it. So we fight corruption not by looking back on those who have stolen. For me, it's by making sure that we stop it and stop the bleeding. We use the resources to invest in critical areas of education, in health, and in pulling people out of poverty by investing in micro, small businesses. Somebody said about preaching what we're doing in the north. That is why I now have a partner who share the same idea, who believe it can be turned around. We're not to say we're going to do it overnight, but a journey of 1,000 miles, what did they say?
Begins with a step.
Begins with a step. But that step has to be in the right direction. Because if that one step is in the wrong direction, you are still missing it. We want to turn it around and begin that journey in the right direction. And that's what we want to do. Recruitment of other people at other levels to share the same idea. We're doing that. We won't do it overnight. But let me tell you, people think that there's a whole lot of long people everywhere. What I tell them is that when we changed the education in Anambra State, we didn't recruit new teachers. We didn't recruit new people. It was the same teachers that were there when we were number 26 and 27 that was still teaching when we became number 1. What changed is that they started seeing a new direction, new values. And what I always tell people don't do what is expected. They do what is inspected. An inspector came in to inspect what they're doing. No longer living. So that's it. So we're not going to, those people who are at other levels, we will change them. And people said maybe they're in different parties. I governed Anambra State with 30 members of assembly not being member of my party. The senators, they just not being member of my party. I was alone. But when they saw that I was putting everything on the table, initially I had issues with them. Which led to my impeachment, I had issues with them. And I always said them then, I said, I can understand you people. Because when I came in, I was carrying passengers that have since passed their destination. So as a driver, they said, oh, well, listen, we need to go back where we're coming from. But when they found out I was taking them to a better destination, they said, come in the vehicle. And that's what I'm going to do with this with Nigeria. I'm going to carry everybody to a better destination. And I'm sure they will. Somebody said the issue of securing myself. Well, I hear that, and I assure you I'm going to deal with it. Somebody was talking about the issue of concession of ideas. For me, this 2023 is not time to waste and start telling somebody you're black, you're tall, your declaration, or you didn't go to school, or you did go to school, or didn't do this. All I said is, whatever you declare you are, if you say you went to urban secondary school, let it be true that you went to urban secondary school, because we want to measure you even by your comments. You don't need to tell us that you went to urban secondary school when you didn't go there. It is not necessary. Just tell us who you are, tell us what you intend to do, tell us where you've done so before, so we can measure and say yes. And I'm also urging other people who are there to say, well, this is this. And then it's a trust issue. Who will Nigerians trust at this time and believe that what he's saying is the right thing and he will do it?
All right.
Then I think
I don't think you would have enough time to respond to all of them. Let's just get in more opinions right now. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. My name is Nyawodo. I'm bringing from Enugu.
All right, Nyawodo, go on.
I simply want to make a statement. Governor Obi, your entry into our national politics is historical and phenomenal. History is replete with examples like you. In the wake of the independence movement in Africa, Harold Macmillan, as Prime Minister of Great Britain, made a historical speech in South Africa, speaking to the British conservatives who didn't want us to have independence. He said that there is a wind of change blowing through Africa, and you ignore it at your own peril. Not too long ago, we witnessed an Arab Spring that changed the character and direction of government in Tunisia, in Egypt. We saw a president in Egypt in handcuffs in a criminal court, accounting for his tenure. Not too long ago, we saw a former South African president in the prison queuing up for a meal. Be consistent in what you are saying and be resolute. Your time has come, and the time for changing the character and direction of this country has come. I wish you the best of luck.
I'm very grateful, sir.
Thank you. Let's get in some more calls. 1 minute at most, maybe. That's what you have to drop your comments. Keep the calls coming. 08099 945 945.
Okay, let's take some messages from our online feeds. On Twitter, we have somebody who dropped a comment, and he said, please, I want His Excellency Peter Obi to find a way of unifying the movement. Many are trying to contribute towards this movement, and they are coming up with different efforts. For instance, the person that created an app which His Excellency said is in your platform that he is not aware of. many with genuine interest needs to contribute their quota towards the success of this movement.
I think that whoever made that comment, I will investigate it.
Okay.
I just said that no, I'm going to do exactly that. I don't know everything. Let them understand. We just started this movement. There's going to be mistakes, even for me, and I don't know everything. We're going to unify everybody. We're working hard, and we have a team of people who are working this. We have people who are contesting Senate and everything. We're all coming together. It's something that is just starting, and I urge everybody, if I do anything or say anything that offends you, please do not take it personal. We are begging, and we'll bring everybody together. All we're saying is, please, let's save Nigeria.
All right. Let's get in more calls. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Enugu.
All right, go on.
To my president, I say big good morning to you. I call you my president because you are already my president. You will be there by this time next year. I am very, very sure of that. I am very sure of that. So, and my question goes is, I want you to address the issue of, because you know, in a country like Nigeria, with a vast population of people, but we have no refinery working. So what do you do? How do you address the issue of modular refinery? Because late last year and the past years, they've been destroying it. And as a businessman, you are a businessman. If you start a business, your sole aim is to make profit. The profit, you like to expand. Why don't you give them
my comments?
Certain level of...
I wouldn't even wait for you to finish. I made my comment on issue of modular refineries and everything. I'm not going to destroy them. I'm going to sit down with owners and we discuss and how we can support them to do it better.
Exactly. That's my view.
As far as I'm concerned, I will not, Peter Obi does not destroy people's business. Go and check in history. I was the only governor who didn't ban Okada. People said that we ban Okada. I said, tell me what Okada people will be doing. If you give me alternative, I'll ban them. If you don't have an alternative, let's deal with them and regulate them and do it better. And throughout the 8 years I was in government, they were there. We regulated them, we made them better. Some other government found an alternative and they banned them. But you must not remove what is there when you have no alternative. But I'm also going to make the refineries work. We are going to support the private refineries and everything. Government must leave business for private sector to drive it. And I will make sure they have available resources from the capital market to drive the process. I'm not going to waste everybody. We must have an economy that is private sector driven, that can create jobs and create opportunity.
Okay.
And we're talking about refinery because we're still wasting our time in oil. If we have other things that are giving us resources, people will see all this will be private sector driven.
Okay, we have Engineer Magaji back on the line.
Thank you.
Hello? Yes, go on, sir.
Please, I don't think you should end by 10:30. I think you should end by 12 or so.
Go ahead, what's your name?
Hello? Okay.
We still have time to take calls. It will be ending by 11, so we still have a little bit of time to take calls. Keep the calls coming.
08099945945. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Engineer Magaji, go on.
Yes, please. Your Excellency, I'm so sorry I lost the call, and the challenge of the connectivity is part of our challenges in the service sector. I was saying that we honestly need this issue of merit. I think I just had the last caller talking about refinery. My last point will be, Your Excellency, energy security. You've been to Egypt, you've seen one plant that is 4,800 megawatts. This is the entire power available to Nigeria on grid. Your Excellency, energy is directly proportional to all the economic agenda you have. The gentleman mentioned refinery. We have no business importing oil or oil products in Nigeria.
Never.
This is the challenge, Your Excellency. It is merit issue. It is corruption issue. It is given this asset to rent seekers. It is just given national asset to people who shouldn't be involved in the business or running this business. Your Excellency, everything you are saying points to one simple fact. Nigeria can work under your leadership if we get merit in place. And I am confident that competence and merit. In northern Nigeria, why I keep emphasizing merit, there's a lot of personalized selection process that give people opportunity that do not deserve them, they are not competent. So this issue of competence goes with merit, Your Excellency. We will want a leader that will put this Nigeria to path of greatness based on the God-given opportunity that Nigeria has. And I believe you are that leader. I wish you well. I wish you Godspeed.
Thank you, Magaji. I assure you that the will work. And I assure you that things will be done with competence and merit. We will see it. We will no longer have leadership where people are loading it over us. Everybody, from the president down to the last person, will be accountable, will be resourceful. It's people we can look at and say they are doing the right thing. There's no reason why a country of 200 million people should be generating under 5,000 megawatts, and we say we are the biggest economy in Africa, when other countries that are smaller in terms of population, second biggest economy is South Africa, they are generating over 50,000 megawatts. Third biggest economy is Egypt, they are generating over 50,000. How can we be generating 5,000? No, it will not be possible. So I urge you, Magaji, join this movement, help us, whatever you can do in Kanu. We can no longer have that population. That population you see in Kanu, that population you see all over the place are factory workers. They can change this country by making them productive.
All right. Engineer Magaji, thank you so much. But before we go, what is the response like in Kano State with regards to the OB movement?
Honestly speaking, the young people on social media are plugging into the obedient movement. And there is, Kano is a very progressive state. There is an evolution of movement. I have discussed this with His Excellency's Vice President, and I have touched base with Lebo. Lebo has been involved in coordination with His Excellency, and there are several workers' associations, NAPEP drivers, small traders association, and labor leaders, labor organizations that are with it. Another constituency I have touched base with to just fill the pulse of Kano. The people, the business community in Sabangari and other non-indigenous people, they are very keen on bringing support to this movement. So I think there is an opportunity to spread this movement as a new beginning. The most important thing, believe me, is the yearning for change in the country, and His Excellency being part of the system and refusing to do what the system basically normalized makes it an attractive platform for people who are tired and sick of this very decaying nation, because we cannot continue like this. Kano is progressive, and Kano will pick up the speed on this movement. I can assure you that.
All right. Thank you so much, Engineer Magaji, for your time. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Engineer. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Excellency, all the best. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Let's take a few more calls. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Dr. Basi calling from Enugu.
All right, Dr. Basi, go on.
His Excellency, good morning. Listening to you has been so pleasurable, very educating, and then bringing hope back to the system. Thank you very much. Like other callers said, we can only wish you good luck. We can only say, keep it up. But we want something, sir, and that is mass mobilization. Your method of campaign is so good. I call it Joe Witness style, one-on-one, and then networking mechanism. Please, sir, quickly organize the movement so that people will begin to campaign on their own. We need people to go on to campaign with a central mechanism and message. So we don't have scattered messages that people will talk what is not accepted by the movement. And I believe that that movement is a movement. It's not just presidential. For presidential election, it's a movement that Nigerians need to take to have a turnaround. I once again say thank you, sir. Thank you, and God bless.
It's actually at all levels, and I can tell you, everything, we have not started campaign.
Yeah.
Campaign will start in 28th of September. What we are doing now is more of, call it recruitment, and being to tell people on the reason why they should be where they are.
All right, let's take 2 more calls, maybe then we round up the program. It's been a long run this morning. Hello?
Yes, good morning, Yagazia Favor.
Good morning, Dr. Anarodo.
I greet Your Excellency again.
Thank you, Doctor.
I was cut off by network. Sorry, sir, let me just be brief. I have listened to your interviews on several media houses. Please, sir, the issue of manifesto keeps reoccurring. So I listened to your response, which were good. But I want to plead with you that it is high time you got your team together to bring out this your vision so that we can have a reference material. I agree with you that papers don't work, glossy papers don't work, but we still need a reference material so that people can go on propagating the gospel even behind you, so that nobody can go and say what you have not said and claim that it was P2B that said so. So it's important because when you were governor of Anambra State, you got the Anambra Integrated Development Strategy, the ANIT, and we had a paper on it. So I plead with you, sir.
The things I said we will have a manifesto. Remember, campaign have not started, so whatever we do now has to be controlled and everything. But I also said that Britain does not have a written constitution, and it is working. And so many countries like Nigeria have written constitution, documented, yet nothing is working. So it really doesn't mean that if you have glossy papers, it will work. It is a question of, do we believe this man with glossy paper, or do we believe this man who don't have any paper? Whatever I'm going to telling you now is what is going to be in the paper. Issue, we are going to have a manifesto which will be anchored on delivering the 17 SDG programs. We're going to have a manifesto, but basically it's going to show you the same thing I'm talking. Issue of moving from consumption to production. I want end sharing formula to production formula.
All right, let's take one last call, maybe then we round up, because we can't take all the calls that are coming in this morning. Hello. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Moses Okoro here from Enugu. I want to thank His Excellency. Yes, I'm very happy with all his the way he has been clarifying things. I just want to support what another caller says. Why it's good to hear it from another voice. It's already to know how important you are to us. This issue of security, your security I'm talking of, is very important, because I know that our opponents and the enemies of Nigeria, that is the only strategy that they can use now to stop, because the movement is all over the place, and that's the way they can stop you. So please do something about it. Then again, on that issue of maybe structures, maybe state leaders of Labour Party, I want them to sit up. I want this issue of party and things like that, because I know that many people are interested to join Labour Party. Even people meet me on daily basis and ask me on Sunday. We went to
all right, your time is
meeting. So what I'm trying to say is that let something be done about it, so that those who are interested will get involved immediately.
Mr. Moses, we're working hard.
All right.
We will do whatever is necessary.
All right. Thank you, Moses Okoro.
You know what, for labor is just like somebody who is doing a product and suddenly have a sudden demand, but your machineries need to be retooled so you can start producing more. So that's what labor is doing, and they're trying to retool to start producing more because their business suddenly became a high demand.
Okay, let's get to former ABGA chairman, former senator, and he is now a member of the Labour Party, Senator Victor Ome. He also came to the studio. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Favor.
Good morning. You decided to leave ABGA. You've been there for a very long time. Why?
I think mine should be, you should extend an invitation to me to come another day. Today is for Mr. B, our presidential hopeful.
Okay.
I accompany him to this studio because I'm obedient. So I want everybody to join this movement. I joined this movement to help support him and see if Nigeria can have a new dawn through him. You know, he's somebody I have followed from the beginning of his intention to become governor. We worked together, and now that he has started a new thing to become president of Nigeria, I have no job to do than to support him and follow him. Yeah.
All right.
I'm obedient.
Definitely, we'll extend an invitation to you because
Mr.
we need you to come through.
One last thing that I would like you to comment on, since people have raised the issue of security, we are hearing that yes, the Labour Party is garnering support for the Labour Party candidate in Osun State, and this morning we just got news that his residence was attacked, and that's a cause for concern. So, in closing up the program, let's get your thoughts on security one last time.
Well, it's a cause for security is a cause for concern for every Nigerian, you know, and it is something that needs to be dealt with decisively. But it's something, like I said initially, all this we have to change by making sure we start creating jobs, start securing the place properly, changing our values, changing everything, even in our politics.
Do you think the Labour Party candidate in Osun was targeted because he is running on the platform of the Labour Party?
Well, I don't know the reason, but you know, criminality have taken over everywhere that you don't even know motives of people. But I believe that a lot can be done if we change where we become more productive, so more people will be gainfully employed. That reduces the criminality and thuggery, even in politics. You know, if we change our values, if we make our politics less transactional, because some of these things you see people quarreling in politics is between people who have nothing to offer coming into it because it's transactional. It's the only business people can do now to go and steal public money.
All right. Well, it's been 2 hours of very interesting conversation. Thank you so much for your time. That's all I can say at this point.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we wish you the best of luck in your ambition to get into the apex office of the country, which is not a small responsibility at all.
It's your ambition as well. We're going to do it together.
Okay. I believe it's our collective ambition that we have a leader who can begin to get Nigeria out of the debts that we have found ourselves in.
Yeah.
All right. The presidential election continues to gain momentum. We are about 7 months away, and it's even getting more interesting. And just like we keep saying here, we'll keep talking until we get it right. That's our mantra on the parliament.
Yeah.
So thank you once again, Your Excellency.
Thank you,
Mr. Peter, for your time on the show.
All right.
And Senator Victor Me. Thank you, sir. And definitely that invitation is coming. We'll have you back in the studio. And to those of you in the studio, thank you so much.
And to parliamentarians themselves who are always there for us to bring in their views, thank you so much for enriching the program this morning. It's the People's Station, Urban Radio 94.5 FM. We are here for you, definitely. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
My name is Favor.
My name is Yagazie Obiwani.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.
The People's Station.